and if you do, I want to welcome you to another one of my online webinars. I am extraordinarily excited today because I have two outstanding individuals that I will be interviewing over the next several moments. Both of these individuals have been intricately involved in the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. I am speaking of no other than Dr. Yulonda Griffin and Robin Ware. Robin Ware is in Atlanta, Georgia. Dr. Griffin is in New Orleans. I want to provide a moment for both of them to say hello to us. Thank you, ladies, for being with me today.
Thank you, Bishop, so much for inviting me. It's such an honor, and even more of an honor to be a part of an interview where my marketing coach is on the same line, another lady that I honor and highly respect in the business world, in the Christian community.
Thank you, Dr. G. Wow, Bishop Luter, I'm so excited to be with you this afternoon and to have Dr. G on with us as well. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a success coach, and I love teaching entrepreneurs how to use social media and technology to monetize their brand. So let's do it, Bishop. I'm ready.
All righty. Listen, we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about much, much more. But I am not going to be presumptuous and assume that our audience is already familiar with Dr. Yulonda Griffin or Robin Ware. So I want to begin with you, Dr. Griffin. Quickly give us an overview, your background, where you came from, what your native home is. Introduce yourself to our audience today.
Wow. Thank you so much, Bishop. I am Dr. Yulonda T. Griffin, better known as Dr. G. I have been in the financial world for about 25 years now. I have a PhD in human services, public service leadership, profit management. I have a MBA in global management and a BA in business management. Ever since I was a little girl, I always knew that I wanted to be in business. I've been an entrepreneur for about 20 years. My husband and I owned our own transportation corporation whereby we leased 18-wheelers out to an import-export company, hired drivers who drove within the city limits that we paid. I then started my own real estate investment firm whereby I became a student of some older, wiser investing men who taught me that business. And now I'm into financial analysis of our economy, not just the United States, but globally across the world, especially as it relates to African Americans and how we manage our money, how we save our money, how we spend our money, and how the church is teaching our people from a biblical perspective how money is looked at from the eyes of God, the purpose of money, precious metals, and things of that nature. I'm married 30 years, have 2 kids, 4 grandchildren, lived in New Orleans all my life, been a part of Katrina, which makes me a specialist in emergency planning and preparedness, which we were very prepared for, and I thank God for that. We didn't miss a beat in any of that. So overall, I am also a business consulting coach whereby I teach small businesses how to develop themselves, how to start their business, churches, especially nonprofit management. To align churches, I find churches have a struggle today in preparing themselves both locally and state and federally to line up with government laws. We're not properly preparing our financial books, so we're just totally out of line. And I try to understand what financial transparency is and how important it is to the church and the government today, and the importance of us operating in transparency, and try to get consumers to better plan, prepare, and protect their assets on an individual basis. So those are the things that I've been moving in for the last, I say, 15, 20 years. And it all started about 20 years ago when we began a housing fair in Greater St. Stephen, which is my home church, and Bishop Martin was the pastor. And we ran credit reports and found that 90% of the people either never knew what a credit report was, had never seen one, do with it, and then those who had not so good credit didn't understand what position they were in. and my heart was broken, and I began to move more into assisting our consumers and being more educated about credit and personal finance. So I hope that helps.
That does. It helps a great deal, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that and expand upon that in just a few moments. But I want to go to Sister Robin Ware and give us an overview of your background and how you came to where you are today.
Sure. Again, thank you, Bishop. Just glad to be on with you all today. I'm Robin Ware, and I'm the president of the Ware Agency Atlanta. About 14 years ago, I was working my dream job. You just couldn't tell me that life could be any better. And I went to work on a Thursday, and within 2 minutes was informed that my position had been eliminated and that I needed to vacate the building within 1 hour. Yes. And so my life truly turned upside down. But I thank God that I had the right people speaking into my life, and that is when I started this entrepreneurial journey. And so my agency works with churches providing event planning, church leadership training, as well as social media. And so as a result of working with so many churches, conducting leadership workshops, I met other entrepreneurs and those that wanted to go from being a hobbyist to an entrepreneur, and they just began to ask me for assistance. And so one thing led to another, and fast forward, and so now I also have an additional actually I have about 9 income streams, but one of my income streams is as a coach. And so I work with entrepreneurs, teaching them how to use social media and technology to monetize their businesses. And so I'm not like Dr. G, so I'm not married, don't have any kids, so she got me on all of that. But I got my new book. I put this book together, so I want to talk about that, how to make your inbox your cash box. Just let that sink in. You know, Bishop, a lot of people spend a lot of time on social media, but they're not making any money from it. And I always say that, you know, being a superstar on Instagram, it means nothing at the bank. It means nothing to my power company. It means nothing to my IRA, right? You have to figure out a way to monetize all those followers. And so I put that in my book. So I'm here in Atlanta. I'm also, as you said, part of Full Gospel. My church is changing a generation. I'm actually a minister, so I'm Minister Robin Ware, the director of singles at my church. But it's fine. Please call me Robin. I don't want you to call me Minister. But Bishop Morton is my pastor here in Atlanta. So that's just a little preview about me.
So